Robbie, what do you got on this? The mindset is you go to the yard, you're now at the Seattle Mariners, new club, new team. What's the mindset for Robbie Ray as a Christ follower? And I love the lead by example, but what else do you got on how you're living your life, bud?
Yeah, for me, this past year, it was a really cool experience. I felt like, for me, when I walked into the clubhouse, I said, I'm just going to make myself available. And I'm going to put myself in a situation where I can just be there and listen to someone talk if they need me. And it was pretty amazing. I had multiple occasions where, a teammate of mine that wasn't a believer would come up to me and ask me something about the Bible or about sin or about heaven and hell. And it was nothing I did. I mean, I'm just sitting in a food room, eating my food, just making myself available for those conversations. Just, walking in saying, Holy Spirit, if it's today, then I'm ready. And I, on 3 separate occasions in a matter of a week, it was, 3 separate guys that came to me that weren't believers, unprovoked. It goes back to, living your life as an example, like being the example of Christ to these guys. They knew that they could come to me in those situations and ask those questions because they had seen the way that I had lived out, my daily life at the clubhouse. But it was, it was pretty. It was a pretty cool moment. But yeah, I mean, I'm just there. I'm there for my teammates. I listen and just make myself available for them.
That's huge. That's huge. I think Ephesians 5:1 talks about being an imitator of God, Paul says. And so obviously you're also excelling in this ministry of availability, right? That's great. How many Bible degrees do you have? How many seminary degrees you got?
0.
0. Oh, okay. So the ministry of availability plays?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's God's going to use you. Again, God's going to use you where you are. And, whether it's in the food room or in the clubhouse or out on the field during BP, in your office, whatever it is, God can use you there. And, it's having that availability and being there and being able to give an answer for those questions.
That's huge.